What's up, crypto fam? It's Phantom back again from at a friend's house over the weekend, and it extended for a few days. So I'm back a little bit later than anticipated, but it looks like the market's been doing a lot of what we were speaking about last week. If you watched my other streams, we thought that the end of last week would be kind of the turning point for Bitcoin. Not that it would gigamoon, but that this would be the start of the movement up, hopefully for a rally to the upside to break all-time highs. I think once it does get going, we may see a lot more action to the upside. But I think until clear direction has been sustained over, a period of a week or two, it's going to still be volatile, just moving up and down, danger territory for anybody that isn't really doing any type of leverage or decent volume trading. So as far as my trading strategy is always, I wait for a clear direction to be taken. Obviously not financial advice, but I am starting to get interested in some of the altcoins at these levels. I'm still waiting for some more confirmation. I'd like to get through this first resistance level, clearly close above it, and that will increase my confidence. I think if we can, start to move towards the second larger layer of resistance, and we break through that, I think it's going to be a very, very strong sign that the bulls are back and that the altcoins will start to do their thing. Some of them have already started to kind of reclaim some of the lost ground. I know Cardano's been doing well. I saw that Mana token's doing well. So there's a bunch of tokens that have really, kind of plateaued along with Bitcoin and should be coming back now that Bitcoin's coming back. The great news about this is we've seen this story play out a couple times before, right? So you can feel a lot better about putting your money behind something that will rally when the market rallies. Binance token was a great example of that. Just about every time the market rallied, Binance rallied. Just about every time the market rallied, VeChain rallied, for example. Again, not financial advice, but just look at history. It doesn't always repeat itself, but it does rhyme, as I've said before. So I'm excited. I'm finally seeing some fruits of the labor that we've been putting in as far as consolidating for weeks and weeks and weeks. The best part of this, though, is that we called last week that we thought that was going to be a turning point in the market, and it seems as of right now that call was right and legitimate. So hopefully we can keep getting some bullish news, bullish momentum coming into the market. We'll see where time takes us. Till then, we'll take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. Looks like we're up to 40. We climbed quite a bit from yesterday. We're still in fear territory. Looks like yesterday we were at 31. Today we're at 40, so that's a 9-point difference. That's a pretty good spike up. But again, still in fear territory, which is kind of the peak times to start looking around and, creating your plans for when we do move into the more greed periods, on ensuring that we have plans to take profits on the way, to scale into our investments as things go down, and also scale out as things go up. So there's quite a few news articles that I saw. I picked the top 3 that I thought were the most relevant. DeSantis, Florida may soon accept crypto for state business taxes. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has stated that his state is working towards accepting cryptocurrencies for business taxes. He also expressed concerns over CBDCs and President Biden's recent executive order on digital assets. The revelation is the latest of a series of crypto-forward initiatives from the state of Florida. This is a good thing. The more states that we have that more move towards adoption and realize and push cryptocurrency for the benefits that it holds, I think is a good thing for our market. I think that's a good thing for cryptocurrency as a whole. but you will want to be careful. There's always a plan behind the plan type of deal. Yeah, they will start accepting cryptocurrencies, but just be careful when you are pushing your cryptocurrencies to pay your taxes, because that means that they do have a wallet address. And if the wallet address is on a public exchange, they can use that exchange to then get your account information, your address, your phone number, your name, things like that. So when you are paying cryptocurrencies with some type of wallet, just make sure it's a wallet that really doesn't have any identifiable information, anything that can track back to you, if you do appreciate the anonymity of cryptocurrency. So I thought this was a good move. The more states that we have accepted cryptocurrency, the more we're adopting this in a larger way, I think is positive for cryptocurrency as a whole. This was, I thought, very bullish. Meta, previously known as Facebook, filed 8 trademark applications, including crypto trading within the metaverse. That's a big deal. It'll probably be, my guess is something like a DEX of their own. So we'll see if that ends up being right or wrong. But Facebook getting into the game, I think, is, they have over 1 billion users. So bringing cryptocurrency to a platform as large as the ones that Meta owns is, I think, a huge step in the right direction. Since rebranding, Mark Zuckerberg, formerly known as the CEO of Facebook, formerly known as Facebook, now Meta, has made it clear that it intends to expand into the metaverse and has made steps introducing virtual services of crypto trading. Specifically, the company's filed 8 new trademark applications to register its logos, indicating that social media giant plans to expand into various crypto and virtual products and services, such as cryptocurrencies, tokens, crypto trading, blockchain software, and cryptocurrency exchanges. Licensed metaverse trademark attorney Michael announced the news in a press release on Expert Click on Wednesday, as well as a tweet detailing all the items that the applications cover. This is a big deal. The fact that they're wanting to get into cryptocurrency tokens, financial trading, currency trading, blockchain software, virtual currency wallets, virtual currency exchanges, digital, crypto, and virtual currencies. These are all... This is a big player getting into the game. This is very bullish news. Granted, Facebook doesn't always have the best reputation for making correct power moves at the time. I know they get blasted a lot for their privacy and other types of issues that they've had in the past, but just the volume of people that they can bring to the cryptocurrency community, I think is a big deal. And I'm hoping they make a platform that is very easy for people to onboard into the cryptocurrency world. A lot of people that use Facebook are, like my parents, they're older. They just wanted to connect with their old friends in high school and things like that. But if it provides an easy on-ramp for people like them to get into cryptocurrency, I see that as a win. So I'll be watching this very closely. I was excited to read about it, though. And last, our arch nemesis, Jerome Powell. The Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell highlighted the risks of crypto and digital finance during a speech on Wednesday. He said that regulations were not designed for digital finance. They're not designed for any type of transaction in today's day and age, in my opinion. And that regulations must be updated and created anew. Powell also discussed the concerns about financial stability, investor protection, and illicit activity as related to cryptocurrency. You will hear all the live long day about the illicit activities that happen on blockchain. These illicit activities have happened for decades before cryptocurrency was introduced. This is their go-to argument. It's been pushed back on hundreds, if not thousands of times by very reputable people that can prove them wrong, But the problem is, if people don't listen, then they can't hear. So I'm hoping that at this point that they go on to just, I think they're going to do what they want to do. I think they already have a plan in place in their head, and this is just all kind of seeing how people react to the amount that they want to push people in a particular direction. I think it may have the opposite effect. I think this may push more people towards cryptocurrency, because they mention things like regulations did not design to fit digital finance. But finance today is awful. If I make a return to Lowe's, it takes me 4 days to get my own money back. If I wanted to make a large purchase and I have the funds, I need to get an okay from the bank in order to use my money. In my opinion, that's not designed in our favor at all. A bank can shut off your money that you've deposited. You can take $1,000 cash into the bank. If they find you doing anything that they don't deem as okay, they have every right to just shut your money off from you. And in my mind, that shouldn't be a right of theirs. It's my money. I should be able to do with it as I please. I have a perfect example of this. Last year, towards the end of the year, I went on vacation. I went to Paris and I went to Italy. I switched jobs just months before. I'm still working as a developer, just at a new company. And I had to change over my FSA. In doing so, I filled out all the appropriate paperwork online, and I got a letter in the mail, no email, no other correspondence, that I needed to print, sign, date, and have notarized a physical letter. But I got this letter while I was in Italy. If I had gotten it as an email, I could have responded and sent back almost real time exactly what they needed. But because they're still using snail mail, the account was closed, the account was frozen, and all of the funds that had been deposited since September, they sent me a check for, so now it's a taxable event on something that's not supposed to be taxable, because they can just shut off the account whenever they deem necessary, even if the reason for the account being shut off is because they're sending things through an archaic tunnel that not everybody uses today. Their fix was they could email me a form and I would have to print it, sign it, and then bring it to a branch location. First of all, I haven't had a printer in 5 years. 10 years probably. Printers don't really exist today. They exist for just satisfying the old status quo. Having it physically signed and then having to drive to a branch in order to hand it to a person to file is the most, it's like going back in time. I feel like they are stuck in a period of time, and they are doing everything they can to just hold on tight and make things absolutely miserable for anybody that doesn't want to play ball. So I think if they continue down this path, I think this is a losing fight for them. That's my opinion. It may be right, may be wrong. We'll see in the future. But I think the man needs to come up with the times. Everybody that's in Congress or in government, for the most part, they're 50 years and older. They have no idea of any of this technology. They've never read a Bitcoin white paper. They've never, for the most part, when they even had Mark Zuckerberg on, in front of Congress, most of them don't understand how the Facebook platform even used or even works. They just wanted to know how he makes his money. He repeated that it was advertising, and they can't wrap their head around it. They are just stuck in decades of past. So I'm excited for what cryptocurrency will bring for the future. I'm happy to see that during my time off that Bitcoin's done what we anticipated on this channel for it to do at the end, starting the end of last week. It looks like it's going to continue that momentum. I'm not seeing anything that's really pushing against that narrative yet. I hope we can make continuation of the upside, and I'm ready for an alt season. So as soon as we can blast through this and close above this resistance level, I'll start making some videos on some altcoins that I think are looking primed and ready to go. And I'm happy to take suggestions. If anybody wants to follow, leave comments, send me a message, what have you. I'm happily to put any type of coin on the stream. Just let me know, and we'll chart it out, good or bad. So I'm glad to be back. I'll be back again tomorrow night. I hope you all had a great week while I was out. I hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday. Hope you have an even better Thursday. And I'll catch you all tomorrow. Until then, peace.